Black and White Network fans, we are back with another video. We're going to be talking about Van Jones here in this video. Van Jones is a man of the left. Van Jones is a socialist. There's no doubt about it. But even he sees that the Democrats, the left, they are in big trouble here in the midterms. Now, when it comes to the left, you know, they want everything to be woke. They want to use this weird terminology that average everyday Americans do not use. And I'm talking about they want this non-gendered language, that kind of thing. They also want to put all non-white people in the same box. And folks, we're all different. We're all different. Even black people are different. And actually, Van Jones, because we actually have the clip here, he kind of mentions that too. I believe, you know, that especially the white liberals, man, they want to put all minorities in the same box. And that's probably going to be a recipe for disaster. OK, but check this out. On the Daily Caller, I've never met a Latinx. CNN's Van Jones tears into left wing rhetoric. And this is a man of the left, folks. And when the left loses Van Jones, you know they are in trouble. Now, I haven't heard anybody on the left actually attack the terminology of Latinx. And also he mentions BIPOC, which nobody really knew until a few years ago, which stands for Black, Indigenous, People of Color. The far left progressives use that type of terminology. The average everyday American does not. And I find that BIPOC thing insulting right there, because they want to put us all in the same box. And that is not going to work, I believe. So Van Jones, like I said, a man on the left, when he starts blasting Democrats for all of this wokeness, they are in trouble. And Mayra Flores is actually winning the 34th congressional district here in Texas. That was a wake up call, because that was the first time a Republican took that district in over 100 years. Democrats are in trouble. But let's go ahead and listen to Van Jones here and react.
Back to where that all started from John right there. This Texas special election that Democrats lost. How much of a warning sign should that be for the Democratic Party?
Everything he said is 100% correct, and I think it should be a big warning sign. The Republican Party has a strategy now. Well, frankly, there are four parties in the country. There's the progressives, there's the establishment Democrats, there's the Republican conservatives, and MAGA. MAGA has a strategy. It's not just Trump, it's Trumpism. And what is Trumpism? Trumpism is attempting to become the party of the multiracial working class. That shocks liberals. They can't imagine that. But
now, I want to stop right there real quick. He mentioned MAGA, and he also mentioned the Republican conservatives. Now, what we've seen in these primaries, Trump is winning. He's winning big time. So these do nothing establishment Republicans, eventually they're going to go out, and they need to go out. The Lindsey Grahams, the Mitch McConnells, the Liz Cheneys, what's the other guy? Mitt Romney. They need to be voted out. And it looks like, you know, these establishment people that are still in office right now, eventually they're going to be voted out. Liz Cheney is going to get blown out in the primaries. But let's move on.
But what they are doing is they are moving right on culture. That's true. CRT is bad, trans is bad, but they call it parents' rights. So they're marketing their rightward move on culture really well. But they're also moving left on economics. MAGA sounds like Bernie Sanders when they're talking about American terrorists, when they're talking about American jobs, when they're going after big tech companies. And so by moving left on culture, left on economics and right on culture, that's appealing to working class voters, including black and brown voters. Democrats don't see this coming. We overreact to the cultural moves, underreact to the economic appeal, and you're seeing it pay off for MAGA. And so this is a very important moment. John Avalon, that should be seen by everybody 1,000 times. If Democrats want working class black and working class Latino voters, we're going to have to change our strategy and respond to the MAGA threat.
Well, the thing is, the far left progressives who actually run the Democrat Party now, they're not going to do that. They want to be woke. They believe that this is what the vast majority of people want. And what's going on with Biden right now proves the opposite.
So what does that look like, changing the strategy?
Well, listen, we're in danger of becoming a party of the very high and the very low. If you pull out the working class, you've got people who are very well educated and very well off. Those people talk funny. Latinx, I've never met a Latinx. I've never met a BIPOC. I've never met, all this weird stuff that these highly educated people say is bizarre. Nobody talks that way at the barbershop, the nail salon, the grocery store, the community center. But that's how we talk now. So that's weird. And then the people who are.
Wow, he said it's weird. And he said he's never met a Latinx or a BIPOC. Well, the only people that use that is the socialists like your AOC and your Cory Bushes, and they aren't really traditional Democrats. These are just full-blown socialists here.
Very low down on the economic ladder, need a bunch of stuff. You wind up over-promising, we're going to give you reparations to people at the bottom of the economic ladder, talking weird to appeal to people at the top of the economic ladder, and the working class walks away from you. That is the danger we're facing.
Now, see, the thing is, this is pandering to the uneducated voter. So he said the voter way at the bottom right there, we're going to give you reparations. What are you getting reparations for? You were never a slave. So they're pandering to the uneducated voter, and they know that, hey, we're never going to give out reparations. They know that. But the uneducated voter doesn't know that because they're an uneducated voter.
I just ask, because you've been on the show talking about this before, what kind of reaction do you get when you say this? What do you hear from national Democrats?
Well, I think that there is a penalty you pay if you don't go along with the normal narrative. The normal narrative has been all black and brown people hate racists, all Republicans are racist, so all black and brown voters are going to vote for Democrats. All of that doesn't make sense in the real world. All Republicans are not racist, and Republican appeals are not just racial. Some of them are economic, some of them are cultural. And all black and brown folks are not liberals. Listen, black and brown.
That's a good point right there. Van Jones is right, because and I found out this the other day when Ron DeSantis was elected governor of Florida. He actually got 14% of the black vote. 14%. When black people vote for Democrats like at a 90% clip. And he was actually going up against a black man. And he still got 14% of the black vote.
Brown folks go to church a lot. You want black churchgoers and Latin Catholics to vote for Democrats, you're going to have to do things that make it seem like maybe you get those issues, which are primarily economic issues, family issues, bread and butter issues. And if you're going to talk about the cultural issues, you got to talk about it in a way that resonate with a working mom or working dad. And not.
See, the problem is, I'm a black person. Black people go to church. Black people aren't down with this culture war stuff about transgenderism and drag shows for children. If you ask a black person about that, and I know, man, they will not be down with that. So it's going to be very interesting to see where the black vote actually goes in the midterms.
Not just folks who went to college.
One of the most interesting rivalries shaping up on the right when it comes to a potential 2024 race is between former President Trump and current governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis just had an interesting moment where billionaire Elon Musk talked about potentially supporting him for president, and this is how DeSantis responded.
Elon Musk. So what I would say, I'm focused on 2022, but with Elon Musk, what I would say is, I welcome support from African Americans. What can I say?
That might have gone over the head of some people, but he's from South Africa.
Yes. Yeah. Well, people assume that everybody from Africa is black. Elon Musk is a white South African who came to the United States. So he's kind of teasing. But what he's really doing is keeping that story in the news cycle. This guy is very, very smart about keeping us talking about him, DeSantis. And when the richest guy in the world says something about you and then you say something funny, it keeps his name in the news cycle. This guy's learned a lot from Donald Trump.
It's exactly what I thought when I saw that right there. Very interesting. Van Jones, great to have.
So there you have it, guys. I find it very interesting, that I think her name is Brianna here on CNN, bringing up about Ron DeSantis calling Elon Musk an African American, because that these white liberals, they don't like the fact that Elon Musk is being called an African American when he is an African American because he's from there. And Van Jones made another good point. Not all black people are from Africa. That's true. You got a lot of white South Africans in South Africa where Elon Musk is from, And actually, guys, if you look at North Africa, they don't look like West Africans, because I believe to the uneducated person here, they think that everybody in America, Black Americans, you know, or I should say Black Africans, they think that they all look like people from Nigeria or places like that. And that is clearly not the case. But guys, what do you think it is? Has the left lost Van Jones? He was dropping some true knowledge right here. He's still a man of the left here, but he knows that Democrats are in major, major trouble using all this woke terminology, turning people off. Nobody uses that terminology. They have lost touch with the average everyday person. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Network, and we'll catch you next time.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.